Hello everyone. In this session, we'll be talking about the horizontal bar chart. A horizontal bar chart is a versatile data visualization that displays the data using the horizontal bars or rectangles. It's particularly effective for comparing the values across different categories or for ranking items based on a specific measure. Horizontal bar charts are widely used when you have a long list of categories or items to visualize. In a horizontal bar chart, each bar represents a category or a data point, and the length of the bar is proportional to the values that it represents. The bar are typically arranged horizontally along the vertical axis, making it easy to compare their lengths and identify the patterns within them. During our practical demonstration in Tableau, we will explore how to create the horizontal bar chart to visualize the data comparisons and ranking with it. You will also learn how to assign the dimensions and measures, customize the labels and colors, and apply the sorting techniques to arrange the bars in the desired order. Whether you are visualizing the sales by product, survey responses by category, or any other data set with the categories, horizontal bar chart provide an effective way to convey the insights and facilitate the data-driven decision. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how we can create the horizontal bar chart. So to create a horizontal bar chart in Tableau, the minimum items that I need is zero more dimensions and one or more measures. You can see over here in the show me menu, the next visualization is the horizontal bar chart. So to create a horizontal bar chart, what I'll do is I'll double click on subcategories and double click on sales. This would give me a text table. Now to convert this text table into the horizontal bar chart, I can go in the show me menu and click on horizontal bar charts. It has given me all the horizontal bars. Now let's fit this entirely in the canvas. To do that, I go in the standard option and I'll choose entire view option. Horizontal bar charts are easier to visualize. I can see that phones are the ones which are making the highest of sales, but it would be easier if we would have some labels along with it. Because on the axis where we have the sales, it is difficult to identify what exactly is the sales. So I go in the labels option and I show marks label. Now over here, I have various labels assigned to the different bars. Now let's talk about a bit about formatting options. Let's first talk about the sorting in these type of horizontal bar charts. Here you can see the sorting is not done. So to sort the data in ascending or descending order, what I can do is I can click on these icons to sort the data. It would arrange my data in either ascending order or the descending order. Now I can see which is a subcategory which is making the highest sales and which is making the lowest sale. Now the other formatting option could be changing the colors. Let's say I want to change the color of these bars. For that, what I can do is I can go in the colors option and I can choose any color from over here. Let's say I'm choosing this shade of pink or maybe this shade of red. If you cannot find your desired color, you can go in the more colors option and here you can choose a color by using this color picker. After selecting this or entering the red, green and blue coordinates, you can click on OK. This is one of the way to change the colors. If you want to increase or decrease the opacity, you have a slider over here for the same purpose. And you can also apply the borders along these bars. Let's say I want to apply a border so I can easily discriminate between these graphs. So differentiating would be a good. So I want to differentiate all these. I can click on the border and it would give me a border. Why do I want to differentiate these? Because let's say I want to increase the size of this. I can go in the size and I can increase or decrease the size from. Then it would be very hard to visualize. So I can also decrease the size and it would give me the result in thick or thin form by making the bars either thick or thin. This is one of the way to increase or decrease the size. Then let's say I don't want to change the color of these bars entirely. I want to change the colors of each bar and I want each bar to be of different color. For that, what I can do is I can again drag this subcategory in the color option. And over here, I would have each subcategory in a different color. And I can also look at it on the right side. So these are the subcategories. And with the help of these legends, I can easily differentiate between different subcategories. Now you can also turn this off if you want. Okay, because I already have a legend over here, and in case you don't want to see the legend, since we already have this subcategory on the left axis, so I can hide this card. This would then fit my visualization into the entire. If you want to change the colors now, you can again click in the color option, go in the edit color option, and this time it would give you all the list of the items that are present in the list. So it is giving me a list of all the subcategories, and over here I can change the color individually. Let's say for machines or below we have labels. For labels, I don't want this shade of red. I can click on this. After double clicking, I can choose any desired color. Let's say I want a bit darker shade and click on OK, apply, and this would change the color. Let's say I want to assign a color palette to it, so I can easily see which is the one making the highest sale and which is the one making the lowest sale. I can again go in the colors, click on edit colors, and this time instead of automatic, I can choose a greenish shade from over here. After clicking on assign palette, you can click on apply and OK, and it would turn your data into that particular palette. So this is one of the way to differently apply the different colors. And then we can move to the other option, which is basically creating a hierarchy in order. Let's say these subcategories for having some category in which these subcategories belong. So if I have to do something of that kind, what would I do? So let me make another bar chart in a different sheet. I'll again double click on subcategories, double click on sales, change this to be the horizontal bar chart. And this time I'll apply the sorting from descending order, but this is of no use. Why? Let's say I control C and I try to put a category over here because all these subcategory belong to our category. So I can create a hierarchy. I can drag this category just ahead of this subcategory and it would create a hierarchy for me. This furniture is having all these subcategories. Office supply is also having some subcategories, and as well as technology is also having some subcategories. Now over here, if I want to sort these things, the sorting would be applied differently over. We have already talked about sorting and how it functions when we are talking about this group data kind. If I click on the sorting in the descending order, it would first try to arrange these bars in a descending order for furniture, then for office supplies, and then for technology. All these would be not having a relation among themselves. So these categories would be behaving differently. Furniture, office supply, and technologies is behaving differently over here, and all the bars that are including inside it would be sorted based on that particular category. You can also try to sort in the descending order and turn on the labels from over here. So this is the other way in which you can try to create some groups and sort it accordingly. Now let's talk a bit about the formatting options, other formatting options that are available. So if I right click on it and click on format, I would be getting a list of formatting options that are available for this kind of visualization. You can see there are some thin lines over here, which are the grid lines. Now for this visualization, I can try to format these grid lines. So I can go in the lines option, and over here in the grid lines, I can see right now it is selected as none. So let me select a dash line for over here, and I can choose a different color. Now that grid has been displayed. You can also try to change the zero lines, which is basically the lines somewhere over here. You can go in this, try to change the grid lines to dash, increase the thickness for the time being, and change the color. So over here, a small grid line would be appearing. If you look closely, the orange color line appears somewhere. You can also try to change the color to differentiate between these lines, or you can try to increase the thickness. Different thickness would be able to show you the lines that are coming over here just between the bars. If you want to take a look at it closely, you can decrease the size of the bars, and then you can find these grid lines. These are known as the zero lines. Then we have the reference lines. So the trend lines would not work in this. Again, we have this reference line. You can try to switch on the reference lines and you can choose a different color. You would be seeing some transition happening over here, which would be basically due to the reference lines. And this would be same for the axis rulers. So the rulers over here would be starting appearing if you click on over here and choose a different kind. So you can go in the different formatting options and see what are the different formattings available for this kind of visualization. Tableau by default does not have any option for creating a vertical chart. So in the next session, we will look at how can we create a vertical chart with the help of this horizontal bar chart. Thank you.